Hello, and it is Sim Day over here on the Her Little Sons podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Ritter. You can call me ND Tex. And as always, you can join us live over here on twitch.tv/Her Little Sons. And of course, you can always subscribe to us in podcast form over on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you happen to get your podcast feed at. Come join us on Discord. That is our live chat channel. HerLittleSons.com/Discord is how you can reach us. Of course, you can always find us at our home on the internet over at HerLittleSons.com. And typically, this is when I would bring in Shane, but Shane is actually out of town right now. So he's doing a little bit of a personal trip, so he will not be here today. I will be doing the little sim solo. No, there's no Jack. Again, there's a lot of things that go into planning. I barely showed up on time. Much less, like I said, solo parenting this weekend. I have a little bit of assistance from my mom today while I'm at work. She's actually going to stay the night because she lives a decent amount away. But there's a lot of things that go down. It's hard to just get somebody together at the last minute and also work around my crazy schedule and to do this crazy sim. But the sim is more than enough of a co-host. And I tell you what, I am unbelievably excited for this week of football. I am glad that there's good, solid games in the noon slate, solid games in that mid-afternoon slate, so I can not have Notre Dame distract me from some of the bigger games going on. And really excited to watch LSU and Bama, obviously. A couple good Big Ten matchups going as well. But I'm not going to vamp that long because, like I said, it is just me here, and I know y'all aren't here to hear me ramble. I know you're here for that sweet, sweet sim action, so let's not mess around. Let's go ahead and dig right into it, y'all. It's time for Notre Dame at Duke, the NCAA sim, the most accurate prediction method in sports, and now it's not a joke. Something in this sim is going to happen on Saturday. It's been pretty well proven. So let's go ahead and dig right into it, y'all. All right. And typically I would have some kind of musical bit, but it's been a week, y'all. It has been quite a week. So I don't have any musical bits, but I will have this at least for a preview for Notre Dame Duke. As I said in the Picks Pod, one of the things I was really concerned about, really worried about, is the fact that the entire right side of the offensive line is out. So let's see how the offense does in the sim with that. But here we are, Notre Dame at Duke. A night game on the ACC network. More people probably have access to the sim than that. We go back into it, and Notre Dame will call the toss. It is tails, and they decide to defer. So this is how we know it's already weird. Brian Kelly deferring does not happen very often. Dora has a kick away, and here we go. It's an away game. It's not Here Come the Irish. That's where it is, Benny. It's only for home games. So Duke nails it in the end zone, and they will take over on the 25-yard line. And, of course, Cutcliffe with a very solid offense here. It will be interesting to see if Notre Dame can keep up the solid defensive performance that they had this past week. Harris pump fakes, back to pass. He's dancing around, looking. The rush finally gets there. Okwara credited with the sack on that one. And nice coverage downfield for the Irish. That was really a coverage sack. Harris had absolutely nowhere to go. And now Harris lines up in an I formation as three receivers. Harris again back to pass, throws it over the middle, and it is complete. And we got a flag as well. That pass was complete to Jake Bobo, but there's a penalty on the offense. It is holding on a receiver. That's brutal right there. So holding away from the play, and instead of a nice little gain, it is now 2nd and 19, basically right back to where the sack happened. Harris is back in the shotgun. This time hands off, up the middle, tackle broken, still dragging people around. Heinisch got dragged about 5 or so yards by Deion Jackson. An 11-yard gain to bring it to 3rd and 8, so still a 3rd and long opportunity. Irish coming with 3 down linemen to counter this 4 wide look. Another handoff up the middle, this time brought down from behind. Okwara brings Jackson down after a gain of 5, and Duke will go 3 and out for the first offensive drive. So a nice little start here for the Irish. As, let's see, I believe this is Austin Parker back to punt. Fink receives it, crosses the 30, gets to the 35 before he's brought down after an 8-yard return. So this is the big question right here. The Irish offense, Notre Dame favored by 8. And we'll see again, remember the right side of that line. Starters are injured, but Kmet is on that right side. Let's see if he gets moved in motion, so going over towards left. 3 wide for the Irish as well. Book will start off passing and decides to pull it down, and he evades two linemen and then 3 for a first down all the way across the 15, a 17-yard gain. And Book has the Irish on the right side of midfield right off the bat. Looked like one of those classic Ian Book, one read, panic, pull it down, but this time it works out in the Irish's favor. Irish take over on Duke's 47. Book tries to roll, and he does not escape this time. He is sacked. And try to look here, and again, this just looks like some Book panic. It looked like he had Claypool in the direction he was rolling. Throws a little bit to the back shoulder there, and he should have him. So after a positive scramble by Book, now a 6-yard sack, Irish come out with 3 wide plus Kmet. Book back to pass, throws over the middle, complete to Claypool, and he has the first down and more. 22-yard reception. So it seems like Book still getting a little bit comfortable there. And yes, of course, Benny, this is Duke. They're a basketball school. They're going to look like they're playing a stadium. Well, here's a handoff to Jones, and he gets brought down, almost damn near look like a horse collar there. 4-yard gain. Irish now inside the Duke 30, over on the left side of the hash. Sticking with 3 wide plus Kmet. And Book back to pass. Throws it. Cross to Kmet down in the flat for a 3-yard gain. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Irish. And where they are in the field right now, I think they would actually try a long field goal with doors. So they need to go ahead and get this first down to get 6. Book back to pass. Has a lot of time. Hits Jones on the wheels. Cross to the 20, to the 10. Over to the 5-yard line. He's brought down after a 21-yard reception. 1st and goal, Irish. And Jones just really snuck through there. Didn't even need to let that wheel form. Pretty much threw it right when he got past the line of scrimmage. Book is back to pass. Throws a little slant to Fink. 3-yard gain. It looked like Fink almost had a step there, but some decent defense by Duke to jump right in front of that and prevent the touchdown. Irish now on the 2-yard line. Book is back to pass again. Shifts over to his right, and it is picked off in the end zone. Kmet, the intended receiver, but shades of last week, does not see the linebacker underneath, and a little bit of deja vu. So the Irish have a promising drive, but it ends in a Duke turnover. It ends in a turnover to Duke, and they will take over on their own 20. Quick little wide receiver screen to Young, and that is a 10-yard gain. Oh yes, we already got Curse Sim from Very Piratey. Got 1 foot down in the house now. It is very much a Curse Sim. I realize it, but it's also too real. Well, Harris attempted to throw a pass to somebody, but nobody was home there. It will be 2nd and 10 for the Irish. .508 left here to go. Man in motion towards the far sideline. Harris hands off, and Jackson just runs over somebody in the backfield. Breaks a couple more tackles, and that is a very, very hard-fought no-yard gain. So 3rd and 10 now. Irish didn't quite get the 3 and out this time, but got a chance to do a 6 and out. Blitz coming, and Crawford gets home. Oh, no, that was not Crawford. Excuse me. Who do we got there? One of these days I have numbers memorized. I don't know who 10 on defense is. What the hell? Well, either way, punt it away. Fink takes this one at the 25. Has a couple blockers, goes across the 30, tries to cut the corner on the outside. Gets across to about the 37-yard line. Another 12-yard return for Fink. And the last Irish drive showed a lot of promise. A bunch through the air. And here we go, 5 wide. And that would be a drinky drink for those of you playing along at home. Well, pass looked complete for a second over the middle and a slant to Kmet, but I can't tell if that was jarred loose or it looked more like a drop from here. Irish now come with 4 wide, pull Jones back into the backfield. And looks like a screen is going to be set up to Jones, and he only gets a couple there. 3rd and 8, and as has been the case with this damn sim, just do not know how to run a slip screen with the running back. So 3rd and 8 for the Irish, looking to face their first 3rd and out of the game, and this is a handoff to Jones, and almost kind of a give-up play there. 3-yard gain. Irish going to have to punt this one away. Ranlett back to punt. Should be able to pin him back. I mean, he's on his own 43-yard line. Kick is away. And now return across to the 30. Breaks a tackle across to the 35. Blackwell with a nice 20-yard return. And we'll see if Duke can get something going there. No, we are not in Dynasty mode. We are doing single-game exhibitions. This is how we preview games here over at Her Little Sons. It's the only way to preview Notre Dame football. It's just as frustrating as the real thing. And play action here from Harris. Quick throw. A little out there to Jake Bobo. 4-yard reception. 2nd and 6 coming up for Duke. They are now on their own 39-yard line. And they're going to stick with this 4-wide formation. Harris is back to pass. Tried another out route, but this time leads his receiver a little bit too far. 3rd and 6 coming up. Duke thus far has not converted a 3rd down. Both the ones they've faced, the Irish have gotten them off the field. Harris is back to pass. And throws it short of the sticks, but manages to get past as Deion Jackson. He slips back in from the backfield. 9-yard gain. And right on the doorstep of midfield is Duke. So with 3:30 here left to go, Duke's going to try to push this across midfield. Play action with Harris. And he throws again a little too hot there. Incomplete pass. And on 2nd and 10, they will come out again with 4 wide. Duke's pretty much sticking with this look the whole time. And this pass is picked off by Crawford at the 45. He crosses the 50, down to the 40. He's got a chance to take this to the house, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Irish. Sean Crawford with the pick 6. Well, that'll take a little bit of pressure off the offense right there. And just much like Book didn't see a defender, this one a little bit more excusable. Harris just didn't see Crawford jumping the route. But he was close enough there to be able to see that. So Dorr in to kick the extra point. It is up, it is away, and it is good. So with 3:16 left,
woot woot,
the Irish lead 7-0. Dorr gets his kick away, and it looks like this could be kneeled again. No, it is taken out of the end zone. Across to the 20, and met at the 22 is Javon Jackson. But Notre Dame so far only coughing up 33 yards of offense. No sacks yet, but that interception is what is the difference in this one. And they will come out with 3 down linemen on this Duke 4 wide receiver look. Harris is back to pass, and it is complete, and 2 tackles broken, but Drew White comes in to clean up the Dennis Smith reception. 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3 for Duke on their own 29. Yes, the robot doesn't have enough emotion, Red Plague. And a pseudo play action here. Harris faked a run and finds the hole in the zone, and now some tackles are broken. And out to the 30, to the 20. I don't think anybody's catching him. Touchdown, Duke. Jake Bobo, 71 yards because the Irish can't tackle. So who was saying that they wanted the sim to be prophetic? You sure about that? You sure you want this? So Bobo there, I mean, just absolutely getting loose because, I mean, 3 defenders around. You got to make that tackle. Just got to make it. Well, that sucked a lot. Extra point is up, and it is good. And Duke ties it up 7-7 with 2:41 left to go in the first quarter. Kick is away. Notre Dame is going to have a chance to return this on the 5-yard line. Across to the 20. the 25, and Armstrong stopped at the 24-yard line. Going to be interesting to see Jafar take kicks this weekend. He really didn't get too many chances this past last weekend. I wonder if he's going to get a little bit of extra chance here. Irish going to go 5 wide. Fuck it, air raid time. Across the middle to Lindsey, a 7-yard gain, his first reception of the ball game. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Irish on their own 35. Irish are going to stick with that 5 wide look. And Book looked like he was trying to hit Claypool there, but let him just a little bit too much. And again, trying to thread the needle there. Lots of defenders around that pass. Well, 3rd and 3. Book is back to pass. Tries a little flat route again, and just short is Tony Jones. It is 4th and 1, and the Irish will punt it away. So far, the positive points for Notre Dame coming on the defense. Offense, after that one drive, picked off in the end zone. It's all kind of fallen apart since then. Well, Bramley gets it out to the 20, and a decent coverage there. Blackwell only getting 11 yards on that return. You can call them cowards, but he should not be going for it in the first quarter inside their own 40-yard line. That's just dumb. You got to expect your defense to play. Harris will pass, and it is picked off. Hey, look at that. Drew White, unseen by Harris, and the Irish will take over on the 30. See, everything was fine. You freaking chicken littles in the chat. Jesus. Come on. Exactly. It's Duke. You don't go for it because you don't think they can do the same trick twice. Come on now. 1:50 left to go. The Irish are inside the Duke 30-yard line. Book coming under center. Too tight formation. And he is back to pass. Throws it towards the far sideline to Trimble. 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5. So 2nd and 5. Irish staying on the too tight look. Going to bring Trimble out in motion towards the far sideline. And Book rolling, looking, hits Trimble on a drag route. 3-yard gain. 3rd and 2 coming up. So after actually trying to throw the ball downfield a little bit, all these passes very short. Very, like, everything's 5 yards. This looks all too real. Well, read option. Book has a lot of room. Pulls it down across the 10 to the 5. He is somewhere around the 3 or 2 yard line. 1st and goal, Irish. And it will be spotted at the 3. Thank you for the follow leviation. And Jones, well, the offensive line gets a big push. That was run over towards the left side. Easy walk-in touchdown for Jones. So thanks again to the defense sending the Irish up in some good position here. It is now 13-7 Irish with the PAT pending. Yeah, Book is always the run game. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 1:13 left to go, 14-7 is your score, and Dora is back to kick. Kick is away, and this is returnable right on the goal line. Duke takes it out across to the 20, across the 25, and Jackson is met there for a 27-yard return. So with just over a minute to go, Duke is going to try to get something going here. You got a 3 and out, you got 2 interceptions, and you have 1 touchdown. Feast or famine for this offense right now for Duke. Harris is back to pass, and it is dropped over the middle there. Drew White on the closest defender there. 2nd and 10 for Duke. Coming out with a 3-wide look. Harris is back to pass on the run, and it is complete down towards the far sideline. Noah Gray, 5-yard reception. 3rd and 5 upcoming here for Duke. And Quentin Harris now over 100 yards so far in this quarter. That 3 wide plus the tight end shifting around in motion. Handoff, but nowhere to go. The Irish defense clamps down on Deion Jackson. Only gets 1 yard, and Duke goes 3 and out and will have to put it away. 40 seconds left here. Duke kind of taking their sweet time, but finally get this kick away. Nice kick. This one almost goes to the 20. Fink takes it across to the 30, breaks the tackle, but cannot break the second one. An 11-yard return. 27 seconds left. Irish will take over on their own 34-yard line. Irish come out with 4 wide, 3 towards the field side, the far sideline. And it goes that direction. It is complete to Keys, but we got a flag on the play.
Holding offense.
And holding on the Irish. The guilty party is Tony Jones Jr. of all people.
Still first down.
No, I do not have a White Claw. I have a Truly. I got the knockoff version here. That is what I am imbibing during this sim. Got one for the first half, one for the second half. That's my hydration. 1st and 20. 12 seconds left to go in the game. Book is back to pass. He is sacked. 8-yard loss. Was looking downfield. Let's see if we can get an idea of if he had anything open. At least from that replay, I couldn't tell much. But again, the right side of the line getting a little bit abused there. That's where that rush came from and got home. 2nd and 28 after the sack and penalty, but I think the Irish are just going to let this clock run out. They do, and that is the end of the first quarter. Notre Dame 14, Duke 7. Oh, this is weird. This is, even for sim standards, we're in very strange territory here. Notre Dame will come out. They are on their own 16, by the way. And we got a handoff here, and Jones just goes nowhere, even loses yards. So 3rd and forever coming up for the Irish. I'm calling a screen. What do y'all think? 3rd and 29 seems like that's what Sim Long dials up here. But again, that run towards the right side of the line, just, it's not looking good right now. Not looking good. Well, Book is back to pass, and oh, hello, screen. There you are. And everybody knew it was coming. Jones breaks a couple tackles, but only gets 2 yards. Irish will punt it away, 3 and out. I like how everybody thought it would be a draw. Y'all have seen this sim. Come on now. You know what happens here. Well, Bramlett punts kind of in the shadow of his own end zone. And it is just across the 40, taken across the 45. Good coverage. Blackwell only getting 8 yards, but close to midfield. Duke will take over. 7:19 left in the half. Duke taking over on their own 46-yard line. Down on the right hash, comes out with 3 wide. And handoff here to Dion, and it goes, 6 yards. Jackson just dragging a couple defenders there. 2nd and 4 coming up. Duke now in plus territory. And another handoff to Jackson. This time he's got a lot of room up the middle. Breaks it across towards the 45-yard line. 15-yard gain. He just came out of the backfield like a bullet. So 1st and 10 on the Irish 33-yard line. A little play action here from Harris. He throws deep. Almost picked off again. Sean Crawford nearly got his 2nd one of the day. So Duke looks like they're just trying to get the ground game going, but clearly want to make sure they keep attacking the Irish in the air. Not really working so much for them. This time there's a handoff, and Jackson goes nowhere. Taken down very quickly by MTA. 3rd and 10. Harris is back to pass. Throws it all the way out of bounds. Just completely sail that one. 4th and 10. We'll see if they go for it or, oh, wow. This is the most cowardly of all cowardly punts. On the Irish 33-yard line, Duke is punting. And this kick, surprise, surprise, goes into the end zone. What the hell are you doing, Duke? That is a net gain of 14 yards. Oh, no, 13 yards on that punt. Good God. Well, Book comes out, shotgun back to pass. The pass is complete to Fink. 13-yard gain, and right out the gate, a 1st down. Yeah, we are definitely on some weird Big Ten shit here. Quebec goes into motion. There's 3 receivers as well out there. But this is going to Jones on a nice little counter. And it is a 10-yard gain, but just shy of the 1st down. So 2nd and inches here. Irish on their own 43-yard line. And Book pulls it down and somehow is not tackled behind the line, evades 2 defenders, a 6-yard gain. Not really sure what the Duke defenders were looking at. One of them should have hit Book. One of them should have hit Jones. But instead, the mistake puts this ball on the 49-yard line of the Irish. And it's a first down. Handoff and trying to do a stretch to the right side, and it goes nowhere. No gain there for Jones. It was 2nd and 10. And very slow to come back to the line. Everybody was kind of all over the field. Komet goes in motion towards the boundary on the far sideline. And we got another screen pass getting set up here. And hey, surprise, surprise, it doesn't go anywhere. No gain, 3rd and 11 coming up for the Irish. $5:25 left here in the half. And again, just taking a long time to even get set up here. Same motion again for Komet. And thankfully it's not the same play, but a similar depressing result. Hit as he threw was Book, and pass just goes nowhere. The Irish will punt on their own 48-yard line. Now, this you could call cowardly, folks. I'm fine with that. This kick goes down the 10. The punt is muffed, but it's picked up across to the 20 and the 25. Some piss-poor coverage by the Irish there. There wasn't anybody around to pick up the fumble, but should have at least been able to stop him as soon as he picked up the football. So Duke with a little bit of a lucky break here with 5:04 left to go in the half and take over on their own 25-yard line. Harris back to pass. White breathing down his neck, but ball has gotten away and some missed tackles. Gilman trying to run him down at the 50. Aaron Young, 27-yard reception. Second one of the game puts Duke into plus territory on the Irish 48 to be specific. Down over on the left hash. 3 wide goes Duke. Harris is back to pass again. Another blitz, but does not get home in time. And again, a lot of sloppy tackling for the Irish. Noah Gray caught it right behind the sticks, but gets 3 extra yards after the catch. Another first down for Duke, and they are absolutely driving and driving fast on the Irish. Handoff here to Jackson. He dances around and cuts upfield, gets 8 yards. Well, Irish defense absolutely on their heels. They're going to be begging for a turnover right now. Anything to kind of stop this bleeding. Tight end coming in motion. And another handoff. This time Jackson is stopped somewhat close to the line, but manages to pass the line to gain. First down, Duke on the 25-yard line, looking for their first red zone trip of the day. And then a little bit of a pistol. Jackson gets this handoff. 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7 coming up for Duke. And so far Jackson, 10 rushes, 51 yards, having quite a nice day on an Irish defense that barely gave up anything on the ground to Virginia Tech. Jackson slices up the middle, and again, some bad angles, horrid tackling, and that is a touchdown for Duke, a 22-yard scamper for Deion Jackson. And again, as we look at the replay here, just a hole opening up the middle and some just absolute terrible angles and brain farts of tackling. I'm not sure how else to describe it. Well, kick is up and good, and the game is tied. So with 4:09 left to go, and the Irish offense sputtering, Duke ties it up 14-all. And then the yard points metric, Duke leading that as well, 212 to 130. But Armstrong's going to take this right at the shadow of his own end zone and just runs dead ahead and gets close to the 30-yard line. So we'll see if the Irish can get something here. They will start specifically on their own 29-yard line. They come out with 3 wide plus Komet. Jones in the backfield. And play action. No, it's a read option. Book pulls it down. Gets across the sticks. 12-yard gain there. First down Irish. And again, Book, your leading rusher. 6 rushes, 39 yards so far in the evening. Komet goes in motion towards the boundary. Will join 2 other receivers and comes back the opposite direction, a little look route. Fink manages to get it quick and 5 yards. So a nice quick little play there. The Irish have now pushed it up to their 46-yard line. Book in the shotgun. And this handoff goes to Jones. He's got a little bit of room here. and manages to get the first down, a 6-yard gain right up the gut. So 1st and 10, the Irish are back in plus territory for the first time it seems in forever. Under center is Book. He is back to pass. Throws a little slant and Fink drops it. Heard footsteps on that one. 3:32 left to go here in the half. 2nd and 10 for the Irish. Blitz coming. Book gets it away. Komet wide open in the flat. Trying to shove a defender forward, but he only gets 4 yards. 3rd and 6. And man, if that many people are blitzing, there's got to be something open a little bit more downfield than that. Excuse me. 3:12 left to go here in the half. Book bleeding a little bit of clock here. And now hands the ball off, and Jones gets 2 yards, 4th and 4. Please go for it. Please don't punt. They're punting. On the 42-yard line, they are punting. And this kick is away, and it's in the corner and inside the 10-yard line. So it is down on the 9-yard line. So even though it's a cowardly punt, it was an effective cowardly punt. With 2:50 left, Duke comes out with 4 wide. And hands the ball off to Jackson. He's met pretty quickly by Drew White, but gets 4 yards. 2nd and 6 for Duke. Sticking with his 4 wide look. Notre Dame countering with the dime. Little tunnel screen here. And apparently everybody else can run the screen in this game but Notre Dame. That is a first down. Scott Bracey on the reception. 1st and 10. Duke pushes it up to the 21-yard line. Back to pass is Harris. And nobody over the middle there. Jackson just slips in from the backfield. 2nd and 3 for Duke. 2:18 left to go in the half. Duke has all 3 of their timeouts. And a read option. It's triple option, in fact. And a tackle broken. Pitch went to Bobo, and he breaks a couple tackles, makes it a 3-yard gain, 3rd and inches. We have now passed the 2-minute mark. Duke still has all 3 of their timeouts. Harris back to pass, pulls it down, and is stopped behind the line, and the Irish call a timeout. So a clutch sack there by the Irish, and Duke will punt it away. So Notre Dame, let's see if Book's got any more 2-minute drill magic now that he's finally scored. According to BK, that was the only time he did that this year. Let's see if he can do it twice. Fink receives this at 30, across to the 40. And we'll get over to the 42 or 43-yard line. 1:43 is going to be the time left. Book will start on his 42. Comes out with 3 wide plus Komet. Komet will go into motion towards the field on the far sideline. Back to pass his Book. He will throw to Komet. Drag route across the middle, only 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. Notre Dame still has 2 timeouts, but 1:30 left here to go in the half. 1:28 and 1:25 is when the ball snapped. Book is back to pass. Throws it to Jones for a 7-yard gain. He's close to midfield, but it is 3rd and a very long 2. Looks like 3 damn near, basically where the ball was spotted. So Irish desperately get a first down, and they run a speed option for who knows what the fuck reason. 2-yard loss. And on 4th and 4, the Irish don't even cross midfield. They will punt it away. Well, if you want the sim to be realistic and you want to see the frustrating offense of Notre Dame, we got your ticket. And this punt rolls all the way to the end zone. So at the 20-yard line, this drive will start. 1 minute and 1 second left for Duke to try to make something happen. Even if he had pitched that ball, it would not have helped. Well, another screen getting set up. Notre Dame nearly gets a sack out of it. Instead, Jackson takes it up for 9 yards. 2nd and 1 with 50 seconds remaining. Duke used the timeout on that Notre Dame 3rd down, so they only have 2 remaining. 45 seconds left. Now down to 40. Under 40. They're just no rush here. Now down to 35 seconds. Did Duke break? Now we're down to 30. What the hell are y'all doing? Now we're down to 25 seconds. Still 11 left on the play clock. They're going to run this sucker all the way down. They've broken. 5 seconds left on the play clock. 2. Now they finally slap it with 2 left. They run it. Now watch them call a timeout. They get the first down. They call a timeout. So with 13 seconds left, and one of the dumbest acts of clock management I've seen, on their own 35, they get a first down. Harris is back to pass. They're going to run another screen. Man, just run more long developing plays, please. Notre Dame will get the ball at the half. Duke uses their last timeout. So 5 seconds left. I guess they're just going to chuck it up from their own 40 and see what happens. Back to pass. Harris waiting for his receivers to get downfield. Chucks it deep. And there's Father Soren. Well, the pass falls harmlessly incomplete. And at the half, we have a 14-all game here on the ACC network. Thank God nobody can watch this. Well, we will be back, y'all, with the second half right after this. And y'all, I'm going to hit that Twitch ad right now. We will be back in 60 seconds so I can catch my breath. Oh, dude. There we go. Button broke. Oh, Lord. This sim is ugly. Oh.
Where's Shane?
You motherfuckers don't listen to the podcast much, do you? No, he's out of town, so I will be running solo for these next couple of shows. So I'm trying to roll this as best I can by myself.
You have a podcast?
Fuck you. Jerk. If I wanted that shit, I would have brought Eddie on the air with me. All right, we got about 10 seconds and we will be rolling right back into this. All right, so we are time. Excuse me. It is time to start the second half. Well, if you got any Hill Gambler, you are not covering right now if you got the Irish. They will receive because BK deferred, so you know sometimes the sim is a little weird. And Armstrong breaking a lot of tackles. Gets all the way damn near to the 40-yard line. Well, somebody came out all pissed off after the half. Look at that. 39-yard line they will take over. 3 wide plus Komet. Jones in the backfield. Look back to pass. Hits Komet on a little curl. And he breaks the tackle. Goes across the 50 to the 45. 17-yard gain. 1st and 10 Irish. So a nice special teams play. Followed by a solid reception there by Komet. Now Irish maybe. We'll see if we got something cooking. All 3 receivers shift over towards the field on the near sideline. And Book is hit as he throws. Ooh, that could have been a fumble. That was not pretty. So 2nd and 10 for the Irish. See if Book can dust himself off there and get back going. Lindsey goes in motion. And Jones will take this. He goes across the right side of the line. 9-yard gain. A nice run there. 3rd and 1 on the Duke 35-yard line. Well, 3rd and 1 here for the Irish. Hand off to Jones. He tries the same play and it works. He gets the edge. And that is a first down. That was all Jones. There were people behind the line of scrimmage on that. 1st and 10 for the Irish. They push it up to the Duke 28-yard line. Let's see if Notre Dame can get a complete drive here. Lindsey gets a quick slant, 5-yard gain. Hit immediately as soon as he caught that. 2nd and 5. 7:10 left to go here in the 3rd. And, oh, the read option just doomed from the start. Duke had somebody on the back and the QB, and that is just picture perfect. But again, right side of the line, letting somebody through. Otherwise, Book would have had a shot to pull that down and do something. Instead, it is 3rd and 9. Notre Dame counters this with 4 wide. And Book throws it short of the sticks, but Armstrong runs over some people for the first down. Shades of what he did last week when he got a ball behind the sticks. So 1st and 10, the Irish are in the red zone for the first time all game, sticking with this 4-wide look. Quick throw here as there's pressure coming, and Claypool breaks 2 tackles, but gets pushed backwards there, only gets 3 yards. 2nd and 7 coming up. 6:35 left here to go. Irish are on the 14-yard line. Now we got 5 wide. Book looking to pass. It is thrown across the sticks. Keys breaks a tackle, and that is an Irish touchdown. 14-yard reception. Nice little curl route, and Keys just able to make just a little bit of a move.
Turn down for what?
And there you have it.
Turn down for what?
So Dora is now in to kick the extra point. It is up. It is good. And with 6:23 left to go here, the Irish making a strong statement to start the half, going up 21-14. Duke will take this right at the goal line, across to the 20. Hit at the 25, stumbles forward to the 29-yard line is Javon Jackson. And that is where Duke will take over. So we'll see if the Irish can keep it up here. They're going to come out with 3 down linemen in this kind of modified nickel look. Duke counters with 4 wide. And a little wide receiver screen gets 7 yards. 2nd and 3. Going to be about 6 minutes left when this ball is snapped. And a read option. Harris pulls it down. There were multiple Irish defenders in the backfield, but none of them got Harris. And he goes ahead for 8 yards. That is a Duke first down. They push it up to their own 44-yard line. Irish staying with this 3 down lineman look. A pass over the middle. Looked like that about hit Drew White in the back of the head. That could have been his 2nd interception of the night. Irish now bring in a 4th down lineman. 3 receivers and a tight end here, but it's going to be a screen for Duke. Nobody is around the running back, and there's all kinds of room across to the 40. And in plus territory after an 18-yard screen. Don't know what the Irish are doing there. It looked like they were going to be in a deep zone. And that gave Duke more than enough time to set up that screen. But thankfully, they shoot themselves in the foot. This will be a false start on the Dukies.
False start, offense.
So 1st and 15, thank you for the screw up. We appreciate it because apparently we need all the help we can get right now. It's like the offense took all the defense's powers or some such. Duke has 3 wide. Handoff here, up the middle, and lots of room. Mateo Durant with his first carry. Gets a 10-yard gain, gets all of it back and then some. 2nd and 5 now. Duke still has 3 wide, tight end, in kind of a modified pistol formation with the quarterback, and Mateo has the handoff again, and he has more yardage, not down yet. Mateo Durant, 8-yard gain. Duke sniffing at the red zone right now. And oh my goodness, that looked to be another quick look route of a screen. And Khalid Kareem was right there, hit him right in the chest. I don't think he was expecting it to be thrown to him like that. Well, 4 wide for Duke now. Harris back to pass. Irish bring a heavy blitz, and nobody is over the middle. Deion Jackson back in the game, and he strikes for a 14-yard reception. Four wide for Duke. Jackson in the backfield. And a delayed handoff to Jackson. And the Irish meet him after a 2-yard gain. 2nd and goal for Duke.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
Duke sticking with a 4 wide look. And a read option. This time Harris is caught immediately after pulling it down.
Loss of 3 yards on the play.
Nice play by Houston Griffith on that tackle. So 3rd and goal. After a little bit of a rough going here, this would be a nice little stand if the Irish can hold Duke to a field goal attempt. Harris back to pass. Some pressure coming. Throws it in the back of the end zone. It could be a touchdown, but we have a flag.
Illegal touching, offense.
And it's illegal touching because he was open because he ran out of bounds in the back of the end zone. So that will be a loss of down and now a false start.
Still fourth.
So Duke increasing the degree of difficulty on this field goal kick. And what was a chip shot's now turning into damn near 40-yarder, 37 yards it looks like. Kick is up. And despite all the craziness, it is good right down the middle. So Duke pulls within 4. 21-17 Irish lead with 4:32 left here to go in the third. I still can't believe we saw illegal touching on a sim. I'm shocked. Armstrong takes us at his goal line across the 20. Makes a cut, goes up to the 25. Excuse me, that was Joe Wilkins taking that one instead of Armstrong. I don't want to see these yardage stats. They look ugly. Duke outgaining the Irish by 100 damn near is not pretty. Well, the last drive looked fairly good for the Irish, but they had a very good field position to start. We'll see what happens here. It's a too tight look. Book under center. He is back to pass. It is complete to Fink for the first down. Oh, no. Oh, I am so sorry. Father Soren had to wear a Michigan shirt. Oh, my goodness. I feel bad for you, sir. Book pulls down a read option. He's got a lot of room across to the 40. Close to midfield, but he has a first down for the Irish. 2 plays, 2 first downs. Irish on the 48-yard line, looking across midfield. Irish are still sticking with this too tight end look, and they just blow Duke off the line. Jones gets a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1. Yeah, this is what equates to a high-powered shootout offense. 2 first downs and 2 plays. Tremble goes in motion. Play action and goes to Tremble down on the flat. Getting way too cute there, trying to get the first down by literal inches, and they come short by said inches. So 3rd and inches, the Irish are on the Duke 42-yard line. Staying in this too tight. Just hand it off, please, for the love of God. And they do. A nice little power run and a pulling guard, all that kind of good stuff. 4-yard gain and going at the left side of the line. Thank God. 1st and 10 Irish inside the Duke 40. Jones right up the gut for 3 yards. Irish are not deviating from this too tight look so far. Which means it's only a matter of time before we go 5 wide, right? No, well, not quite. We got 3 now. Lindsey checks into the game. And so does Jafar Armstrong, but this is a read option. Book pulls it down. He is across to the 20. 18-yard gain. Just found a huge seam. And Book now 10 rushes, 62 yards. And he's back to pass this time. Throws to the near sideline. Komet's got a blocker. He's going to walk all the way into the end zone. Touchdown. 17-yard gain by Cole Komet. Don't look now. The Irish are covering. 27-17 with 3:06 left to go. Extra point pending.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Well, I'm more entertained now that they're actually scoring points because it was god-awful in the first half. We're looking a lot better now, looking a lot more like we all hope this game ends up looking like. Look, if we have to spend this much time finding this thing on the ACC network, it better be worth watching. And nice coverage. Jafar Armstrong just lays the freaking wood down. Or maybe that was Vaughn. I have no idea which 8 it was. But Duke only gets out to the 22. So after a long drive, Harris is back to pass. Duke turning down for a first down. Aaron Young on the reception. But as I was saying on the last drive, that looked like a touchdown, except they cheated and then continuously shot themselves in the foot. Ended up in a field goal. We'll see what Duke is able to do here. So far off to a good start. And now a little scramble by Harris after he's back to pass. He only gets 1 yard. 2nd and 9. Duke sticking with his little 4-wide look right now. Jackson in the backfield. Harris a quick little tunnel screen. This time the Irish are all over it. Only 2 yards goes Scott Bracey. He was just trying to get any kind of corner he could. But also Duke, Sim Duke doing something interesting. Running a screen to the field side, not the boundary. Weird. Handoff here to Jackson. And he's met after a 5-yard gain. That was a little bit of a give-up play, and they will punt it away. So nice little defensive stand there by the Irish. And tell you what, a touchdown drive here could pretty much put this one to bed. With just over 2 minutes left here to go in the third. Fink's going to receive this just in front of his 20. Cuts around the edge to the 30, breaks a couple tackles, only a 6-yard gain. A little bit of wasted motion with all that lateral movement. So 2:01 left here in the third quarter. Irish come out with 3 wide plus Komet. Lindsey in the slot, but we got a delayed handoff, and Jones gets dropped for a 2-yard loss. And that was the left side of the line that's going to take the blame there. Actually, no. It was attempted to go to the left side of the line, but the right side let the defender in. I am sorry. Good grief. 2nd and 12. Book is back to pass. Blitz is coming, and so Book will just throw it, acting like Claypool is 50 feet tall. 3rd and 12 coming up. Everybody ready for the screen? This is the first time I've heard the Duke crowd all game long. 3rd and 12 for the Irish. Book is back to pass, and he is sacked. That was prophetic, Father Soren, on the Price is Right loser horn. 3 and out go the Irish. And that was just depressing. Irish barely even bleeding time off the clock. Don't even get 30 seconds down. Oh, okay, just over 30 now that Bramlett's taking forever to punt. This kick is away, and it is going to go to the 35-yard line. And a tackle broken across midfield goes Duke to the 35. He could go all the way to the 20. Now across the 15 goes Blackwell. Well, there's your special team screw up for the night. Right there as Duke pulls this inside the red zone. Taking over on the Irish 14-yard line, and they come out with 5 wide.
Idiots doing idiot things because they're idiots.
And now Harris will pull it down. He's got a lot of room. Everybody was in man coverage. And he slides down after getting to the 8-yard line. The 7-yard line, excuse me. So this is not great. 5 wide still for Duke. Harris back to pass, and he's going to pull it down again. This time the Irish crash down a little bit quicker, but he still gets the first down. 1st and goal for Duke. If they like this look, they're going to stay in 5 wide. I think the Irish got a little mismatch of personnel here. They're not in dime formation. Oh, Harris just pulls down a straight run. And that is an easy 3-yard TD. So Duke takes advantage of the huge special teams play. 3 plays there in the end zone. 3 plays, 13 yards, 38 seconds. And now they trail by only 4. With 45 seconds left to go. Notre Dame 28, Duke 24. The kick is up. And oh, they got a chance here at the 5.
Feeling about this.
Going across to the 30. Breaking some tackles and diving is Joe Wilkins. He gets a 30-yard return there. So Irish going to have pretty decent field position. Nothing.
Darkness, my old friend.
There it is.
I've come to talk with you again.
Why does that end zone look like Duke's getting ready to shoot a snuff film after the game's over?
Well, because it's going like this, maybe? I don't know. 2-yard loss there by Jones, so 2nd and 12. I feel like we haven't run a screen in a while. Feels like it's time with 30 seconds left here to go in the third. Irish come out with 3 wide. And there it is. And there's the screen. And it actually kind of goes somewhere, but only 5 yards, 3rd and 8. The Irish are in danger of 2 straight 3 and outs. And they are going to be reeling if they cannot convert here. Book comes under center. And taking some time, I think. Oh, nope, they're going to snap it right before the quarter ends. A little bit of a delayed handoff. Jones only gets 4 yards after getting hit in the backfield trying to stumble forward. The Irish will likely punt to open the 4th quarter. At the end of the 3rd, Notre Dame at least leads 28-24. Got that going for us, which is fun. It's great.
That's got to be a real need of the old
a lot
emotional
of fun.
nutsack.
Having lots of fun here. You know it's good when I'm actually using my soundboard. Well, this kick is away, and it's going to go to the 15. Coverage is there, but not before. Blackwell gets 12 yards. Man, it must be nice to have a returner that has people miss. Well, Duke looking to take the lead on this drive with 7:51 left here to go in the game. A little bit of a pistol formation, almost a full house back there. Play action, all kinds of motion and craziness going on. The pass is complete over the middle to Aaron Young. 2nd and 1. Oh, looks like 2nd and 2 from here. Either way, not a great start for this drive. Harris pulls it down. Everybody forgets about him. He's upfield. He is damn near across midfield. 1st and 10 on the 49 is Duke, so they are basically at midfield.
Ooh, this is exciting. I hope everyone dies.
And it almost looked like Duke intercepted their own pass, but it is a 1st down. Bobo with a 14-yard gain. So now in plus territory, they are on the Irish 37-yard line. Sticking with this pistol look and doing the jet motion, everything. I don't even know what Harris was doing. It's like he was trying to duck to avoid being seen. Either way, that ball was thrown away. 2nd and 10 coming up for Duke. Back to pass. Blitz coming. Does not get home. And a little toe drag there. 2 feet down, in fact. Bubble gets a 3-yard gain. 3rd and 7. The Irish desperately need to get Duke off the field here, although this looks to be 4-down territory. But again, they did punt from the 32. Blitz come. Doesn't get home in time. It was mentioned earlier in the chat, but we did it again. We went 3rd and Grantham. Blitz does not get home in time. Easy conversion. And a false start here. Duke trying desperately to help the Irish out. So they will move it on back. Just over 7 minutes left to go here in the game. Duke comes out with 3 wide plus the tight end, sticking with this pistol formation. Tight end in motion as basically an up back, and he is the lead blocker on this run play towards the right side. Deion Jackson goes ahead for 4 yards, 2nd and 11. So they are now inside the 25. Harris back to pass, screen coming, blockers up, and across the 20, spinning forward is Deion Jackson. He gets 8 yards, 3rd and 3 coming up. They are on the Irish 16-yard line. And a lot of cushion being given.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
They heard you, Father Soren.
No!
Deion Jackson is stopped, and now he's hurt. We'll see what that injury is all about here in a little bit. Duke showing a little bit of gumption here, knowing that 3 isn't enough. They're going for it on 4th and 2 on the 20. Harris is back to pass. He pulls it down, and he is met immediately. Sacked for 6 yards. The Irish will get the ball back. And thank dear God, Ogundeji gets the sack, and we're all partying with the Epic Sax. 1st and 10 for the Irish on their own 22-yard line. Coming out 5 wide. It's a huge party now. Book back to pass, throws it to the far sideline. And Keys turns it upfield for a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Irish now. 5:50 left to go in the game. This is what you want to see. 5 wide when you should be killing clock. Thrown over the middle. It is complete. Keys breaks tackles across midfield, across to the 45. Breaks another tackle. Damn near gets to the opposing 40.
Go Irish, beat Blue Devils.
Oh, thank you for the cheer there, and hell yes. And looks like we're well on our way. Keys with a 30-yard gain there. Irish sticking with this 5 wide look. Throws to the near sideline. Lindsey breaks a tackle and runs into another defender after a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 coming up. Irish are not deviating from this 5 wide look. So the drive has been effective, but not bleeding too much clock. Irish just trying to put this one away. And a pass to Keys. He cuts upfield, gets the 1st down, stays in bounds very wisely. Although the clock does stop on that 1st down. 5:17 left here to go. First and 10 for the Irish on the Duke 30-yard line. Again, staying 5 wide this entire drive. Throw over the middle, and again, Keys is all over the place on this drive. 15-yard reception. He is absolutely coming alive. 71 yards, pretty much all of them on this drive. I'm just going to call you Arn, sir. Thank you for the follow. The pass is complete towards the near sideline. This is to Joe Wilkins. 11-yard reception, first and goal for the Irish. 5 minutes left to go. And the Irish finally break the 5-wide look for a goal line formation. Jones tries to go to the right side of the line, but he goes nowhere. Other side, left side, y'all. Left side of the damn line, for the love of God. Second and goal for the Irish. Well, they're going to try it again. This time it works. They start off tackle this time. Jones in for a 4-yard touchdown run.
Terminator 10 bonus. 1 good teams win, great teams cover.
I think you were trying to do, it actually read your emojis. That's hilarious. I like what you had, the Terminator 10 and the +1 for the 11-point lead that the Irish now have on Duke, 35-24, with 4:39 left here to go. And yes, great teams do cover, but the Irish need to slam the back door with 4:39 left to go in the game. Yes, with all the gambling talk, that is the perfect drop, sir. Duke comes out with 3 wide plus a tight end. Harris is back to pass, and it is picked off by the Irish. And that is the 3rd Duke interception. Vaughn able to cut underneath that out route, and that should be able to ice this one. It is just kill the clock now. Kill the clock and let the Sax ride. Irish come up 3 wide. Hand off to Jones. Goes nowhere. That's an epic end to the Epic Sax on a no gain. Second and 10 for the Irish. I think it just broke. I think we got a reprisal when it shouldn't have happened. 5-yard gain. 3rd and 5 coming up on that commit reception. 4 minutes left to go here. Irish need to get a first down, but they jump. So this is what a 4-minute drill made out a nightmare so far.
Still 3rd down.
4:05 left to go into the game, and 5 wide. The Irish are going for it. To hell with being conservative. It's time to win this football game. Throws over the middle and a diving catch by Joe Wilkins. 12-yard gain. 4:02 left to go. Fresh set of downs for the Irish on the Duke 25. They are going to stay in the 5-wide look. Well, back to pass. Another almost first down. Lawrence Keys. 2nd and inches after that 10-yard gain. Keys damn near has 100 receiving yards on the night. Sticking 5 wide. Book back to pass. Throws it to Lindsey, who almost sneaks into the end zone after a 15-yard gain on that slant. Notre Dame is literally could just lean in onto the goal line, and they're going to go 5 wide. Book throws it in between the uprights, and it's good. 3:36 left to go. For the love of God, get a different formation. What the hell? Well, coming out 3 wide, flooding the field side. And Book pulls it down. And that is an easy touchdown for Mr. Ian Book. And that will ice this one. Probably also ice the cover. Irish looking to go up 42-24 once this extra point is in the air. It's been way too long since we got to play that one. Book hasn't had a TD in a while. Kick is up, and it is good. 42-24. Book chilling with a victory drink on the sideline. 3:33 left to go. Duke takes this out across the 25. Hey, look. Let's just remember, everybody tap the brakes. We blew out Virginia Tech on the sim. We all know what the final score looked like there. So let's calm down. I'm glad we're sitting covering. But let's just tap the brakes a little bit. Well, anyway, with 3:28 left to go, Quentin Harris and his 3 interceptions takes the field. It is now desperation time as Duke comes out in 5 wide. Harris back to pass. Has a lot of time. Throws it down to the near sideline. That was a hell of a pass there, but unfortunately, receiver forgot to drag his feet. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Incomplete pass. 3. I don't know why the clock's running on an incomplete pass. Odd. Anyway, pass is complete this time to Jake Bobo. 7-yard gain. 3rd and 3. 3 minutes left to go here. 4 wide Duke has now. And another pass towards the sidelines, but it is also overthrown and incomplete. 4th and 3 coming up, and if Duke doesn't do anything here, Notre Dame's going to get this ball back and just ice this sucker. And the pistol is Harris. Handoff on 4th and 3, and it works. Mateo Durant with a clutch 5-yard gain. New set of downs for Duke with 2:53 left to go. They still have all 3 timeouts to try to pull off a miracle. Back to pass is Harris, but he decides to pull it down. He's got some room. He stopped just short of the first down. 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1, 2:40 and ticking left to go. It's just like having ACC refs in real life with the running clock. And Duke jumps offside.
I can go anywhere. Take a look. It's in a book.
I wonder what happens if you just like stretched out. If you stretch out the E's or the I's or whatever you tried, I'm sure it would just try to read it letter by letter. Anyway, 2:30 left to go, and this time Harris pulls it down. He is going to get the first down, and he is rolling across to, it looks like the 41-yard line of the Irish. 1st and 10. We're going to test these. It sounds like a remix. Harris tries to pull it down again. I mean, he's in book panic mode right now. He is sacked. 2nd and 16. Jameer Jones on that sack. I finally remembered to sub Dalen Hayes out, and looky what we got there. A Jameer Jones sack. Did I say sacks? I said a sack? It could be sacks. Will it be sacks? Time will tell. In maybe about like 10 seconds or so, depending if when he's clicking the buttons. There it is. Here comes the screen pass. Sack on the screen. Jason Adamiola. I hope it breaks and repeats it again. It's well worth it. 2:01 left to go on. There we go. We're just going to party the rest of the time here.
Sacks for everyone.
3rd and 27. And another sack. MTA getting in on the sack party now. 4th and 35. We got one more NSD line. Oh, they're going to punt. They've waved the white flag. They have had enough.
Much continued sacks.
Well, Duke waving the white flag. This kick is away. Fink is going to return this across to the 35, where the Irish will take over with 1:29 left. We'll see if Duke is dumb and uses their timeouts here. But it is clock bleed time for the Irish. And, man, I would like to avoid most of the mess we saw in the first half. Defense scoring was great, but a lot of ugliness. Book pulls down this read option. 2-yard gain. And it is time to let the clock bleed. Duke is going to let this expire, it looks like.
You get a sacks, and you get a sacks, and you get a sacks.
Everybody gets a sacks. 48 seconds left here to go in the game. And another read option. Book is going to be dropped behind line of scrimmage. It's not going to matter. Y'all can celebrate as much as you want. Duke, you are going to lose by a lot. 3rd and 11 coming out, but Duke refuses to stop the clock. There's a 2-second differential between the play and the game clock, so this will be the last play of the game. Book under center with the 2 tight end formation. And he will hand this off. Jones will run around, 4-yard gain, and that will do it, folks. Well, it started weird. It was tight at the half, but the Irish woke up on the road and actually cover easily, as we're all played off by the Epic Sax. Your player of the game is Ian Book with a near 300-yard performance in the air. Leading rusher in the game. Your final, 42-24. Can we please do this? Like, second half offense. Let's do that. That was fun.
Turn down for what?
There we go. I'm going to need to find, like, more celebration songs for you, Father Soren. I feel like I got to step my game up. I got to increase the library of what we got here. But, I mean, in reality, here's what happened with this game. Hold on.
So much sax.
Hey, look. Wait, did you just cheer 7 because we had 7 sacks? Because that would be next level there. But anyway, as I was saying, most of what happened here, you had a couple defensive lapses, the offense getting off to a slow start, but
God.
but in the end, it was party time for Notre Dame in a very easy, convincing victory. And I'll tell you what, this is the kind of stuff you want to see after you have a little bit of a mess.
So let it be Sim-Ed. So let it be done.
Sim-Ed. I like that. Sim-Ed. All right, well, there you have it, folks. I mean, I could see the game going that way. However, I won't lie. I'm always terrified, especially because we saw this in the sim last time. So if we're taking the sim as bits of truth, well, the Irish eventually get a lead and have a sack party at the end of the game. So it could end up a lot like the Virginia game. It really could end up like that. That wasn't a huge victory, but it was a very convincing one and very comfortable by the end of it. That's what this one kind of felt like. But other things we saw in there, Lawrence Keys finding himself on the stat sheet in a big way with a near 100-yard performance. Looking pretty good there. The right side of the line is something to worry about in reality and sim as well. That was rough. A lot of tackles for loss coming from that left side. Just a bit of a mess there. But hey, you know what? It could end up good. It could end up just fine. Clearwall saying we need an easy game before Navy. Yes, that would be nice because Navy's looking real good. But Duke is no slouch. They're well coached. But hey, we'll see what happens. But folks, thank you for joining me in this solo play-by-play and color effort here. I appreciate the assistance from the chat and all the Epic Sax in the world. You thought I was about to hit my outro, didn't you? You were so close. Unfortunately for you, I had one more announcement before we actually got out of here. So, since it is just going to be me hanging around, I am going to go ahead, even though it is just Duke, we will be here after post-game. So shortly after the game concludes, unless we got something crazy going on with another game that everybody will want to watch, we will be back here live on twitch.tv/HerLittleSons shortly after the conclusion of Notre Dame Duke on the ACC Network. And if you don't know how to get the ACC Network, head over to HerLittleSons.com because I got a little primer on how to get a few free trials. Just look at various TV streaming services and you'll be able to get it there. But folks, that will conclude the show. Thank you very much for joining. Again, remember to join us Saturday night after the game concludes over here on twitch.tv/HerLittleSons. Subscribe to the podcast over on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you happen to get your podcasts at. Thank you for the pew-pew. Join us in Discord. That is our live chat channel. It's more active than ever. HerLittleSons.com/Discord. Of course, you can always find us at our home at HerLittleSons.com. Till next time, y'all, go Irish, beat Blue Devils. Please make it easy. Have a good one. All right, thank you again.
Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
I'll leave that in the stream.